You're listening to Founder Frequency, the inner signal of the world's sharpest minds in business and leadership. Let's talk about uncertainty, because let's be honest, it's the one thing we can all count on. No matter how much we plan, how much we prepare, how much we think we know, life has a way of throwing curveballs, and in those moments, when the ground feels shaky beneath us, when the future feels like a fog we can't see through, what do we do? I've been thinking a lot about this lately, especially as I've been reading Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. For those of you who don't know, it's the memoir of the founder of Nike, and if there's one thing that book teaches us, it's that uncertainty isn't just a part of the journey, it's the journey itself. Phil Knight didn't start Nike with a clear roadmap. He didn't know if his idea would work. He didn't know if he'd make it past the first year, let alone the first decade. But he kept going. He kept moving forward, even when the path ahead was unclear. And that's the thing about uncertainty. It's not about having all the answers. It's about being okay with not having them. Because here's the truth. Uncertainty is where growth happens. It's where we learn, where we adapt, where we become stronger, but it's also where fear lives. And fear, if we let it, can paralyze us. It can keep us from taking the risks we need to take, from making the leaps we need to make, from building the lives and businesses we dream of. So how do we deal with it? How do we push through the fear and the doubt and the what-ifs? Well, first, we have to accept that uncertainty is part of the deal. It's not something we can avoid. It's something we have to embrace. And that's not easy. It's uncomfortable. It's messy, but it's necessary. Phil Knight didn't have a guarantee that Nike would succeed. He didn't have a safety net. He had an idea, a vision, and a whole lot of uncertainty. But he also had something else. He had a willingness to keep going, even when things got tough. And that's the second thing we need to do. We need to keep moving forward, even when the path isn't clear. Because the truth is, the path rarely is. Life is full of detours, of unexpected turns, of moments when we have to pivot, when we have to change course. And that's okay. That's not failure. That's part of the process. But here's the thing about moving forward in uncertainty. It's not about having all the answers. It's about being willing to take the next step, even when you don't know where it's going to lead. It's about trusting yourself, trusting your instincts, and trusting that you'll figure it out along the way. And that brings me to the third thing. We have to be willing to learn as we go, because uncertainty isn't just about the unknown. It's about the unknown and the process of discovering it. It's about the journey of figuring things out, of making mistakes, of learning from them, and of growing stronger because of them. Phil Knight didn't know everything when he started Nike. He didn't have a master plan. He had an idea, a passion, and a willingness to learn, and that's what allowed him to build something incredible. But here's the thing about learning in uncertainty. It's not always comfortable. It's not always easy. It often involves failure, setbacks, and moments when we feel like we're not good enough. But those moments are also where we grow the most. So how do we deal with uncertainty? Well, we accept it. We keep moving forward, we learn as we go, and we trust ourselves even when the path isn't clear. Because the truth is, uncertainty isn't something to fear. It's something to embrace. It's where the magic happens. It's where we become who we're meant to be. So the next time you're faced with uncertainty, remember this. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to be willing to take the next step, to learn as you go, and to trust yourself along the way, because that's how you build something incredible. That's how you live a life worth living. And that's how you turn uncertainty into opportunity. So go out there and embrace the unknown, because that's where the real adventure begins. If today's reflection resonated, don't just keep it in your head. Live it, lead it, and share it. This is Founder Frequency.